Hey guys, I've been out here in the garden and I keep seeing this plant, and all season long I've been thinking there's just something about this plant that makes me think it's edible, and I didn't want to try it until I found out what it was. So I just found out what this plant was, and sure enough it's edible. So let me go ahead and take you in close and give you a look. Here's a nice little example of it. This is Galinsoga, or some people call it gallant soldier, potato weed, or quickweed. And it's no problem for me to pick this one out because there's plenty more growing. Now this is a small one, and I want to show you this so when you see it growing in your garden amongst your watermelon and squash, you won't rip it out thinking it's just another useless weed. It has opposite leaf arrangement. The leaves are coarsely toothed, and it has a somewhat hairy appearance on the stem and also on the bottom underside of the leaves. Let's go ahead and walk through the garden here and see if we can't find a larger one to show you, because I want to show you the flowers too, because that's a pretty key characteristic of this plant. Here it is. Here's one. Now hopefully you can see those flowers on there. Now the interesting thing about these flowers is it looks like there's a petal missing in between each one. It kind of skips a petal, and it's got a yellow center with white petals, and there's 5 petals. And again, I'll just give you kind of a close-up of the plant. Again, it's opposite branching. I'll put this camera in macro mode, see if I can get a nice close-up shot of those flowers for you. See how the petals, they kind of skip? So there you go, quickweed, or gallant soldier. You can eat the stems, leaves, and flowers. You can eat it raw or cooked, and it tastes good. It doesn't have any bitter flavor or anything like that. As soon as I found out about it, I come around here and I've been munching on it ever since. Supposedly you can use this plant to rub on stinging nettle, and it'll treat the stinging nettle. I was going to try that, but the stinging nettle really doesn't bother me that much, so it'd be kind of hard for me to test it out for you. And people will dry the leaves, and then you can add them to soups and stuff that way. Another thing is I tried to find some medicinal uses of this plant, and other than the nettle stings I didn't find a whole lot, but I have heard that it was used to coagulate blood and treat cuts and wounds, but I haven't confirmed that, but I figured I'd throw it out there. Habitat, most of North America. I looked at the distribution map for Galinsoga, and pretty much the most of North America is where this plant can be found growing, and gardens is a really good place to find it. High in protein and calcium, and a lot of other vitamins and minerals too. I'm going to put in the description where I first found out about this plant, and I'd suggest going over and checking that out. And that's pretty much it. I just figured I'd share that with you. It's another weed that grows in your garden, and it makes a really good edible. So if the rabbits and groundhogs are eating up all your lettuce and stuff, eat the weeds. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the comments and support.